unforgettable. In a paradise, we can work it out and see the hard times fading. In the sunrise, we can flee the night. Flee the night. In a paradise, we can work it out and see the hard times fading. In the sunrise, we can flee the night. Flee the night. Searching for a seeing, someone who knows what is to come. 'Cause the future's yet deceiving. She breaks promises for fun. Strange motions, like a shift in the flow. A change coming. It's
Hi friends, if you're watching, love to see you. Say hi in the comments. Just trying to get my Facebook Live going. That's what I'm doing over here. So if you're looking for me on Facebook, it'll be there in a moment.
we can flee the night. In a paradise, we can work it out and see the hard times fading. In the sunrise, we can flee the night. Flee the night. In a paradise. We can flee the night. Flee the night in the paradise. We can flee the night. Sometimes I wish that I could live without a thought in my head.
Did this song just play?
Just live and let it be until I was dead. It's getting all so obvious. It's in the Daily Mail.
Alright.
This party doesn't want me here. I better tell the tale that there's a hole in my heart where you end, and that's a start. Now it goes on and on and on. Without you, you're one of the other versions now. At this stage of things, now you're in my water. Surely I will sing. I go half of the next day. You have from the pain. I stand in the mess you made. You didn't get to stay. Now there's a hole in my heart where you end, and that's a start. Now it goes on and on and on.
Making a mess over here with my stream today. If you guys are out there, hello. Hopefully we're all in the same place.
Without you,
And by same place, I mean, I scheduled lives today for 1 o'clock, hoping that would help let people know I'm going live. And then I went live, but now I don't know if I've duplicated or if I went live on this one too. So that's what I'm dealing with over here. Still, I guess, a newbie. Let's get rid of this. Alright, completely. Still got 2.5 minutes before I officially have to start. So that's good.
It's been a long time coming, but ain't none be best. Ain't none be best. So quit chasing all the time. They won't do you good.
All right.
And soon you cross the line. You should change your mind. 'Cause there's a hole in your heart where I am, and that's a start. Now it goes on and on, on and on. Yeah, there's a hole in my heart where you end, and that's a start. Now it goes on and on.
All right, guys, if you're out there, hi. How are you doing today? Wednesday. Love to hear how your day is going so far. Especially if it's a good day. Maybe send some of those vibes my way. Not that I'm having a bad day, but like good vibes today. Alrighty. We are good to go. 1 minute until the show starts, guys. Alright, we got music for you. You can hear me. I see my sound bars here. Okay, we're in good shape. We're in great shape, actually. My intro queued up. We're good to go. If you're new and this is your first time ever discovering me, please introduce yourself. Say hi in the comments. It's really nice to see new people checking this out. We are just talking about whatever's going on in my IVF journey right now, my fertility journey, talking about other people's journeys, and kind of just everything in general. We're going to get this show started in 3, 2, 1. Hello, my name is Lynn Clementi Hicks. Welcome to my show. Guys, I'm sorry I bailed on you on Monday. Don't worry, I'm here. I had a lot of regret about that, by the way. Even 15 minutes up until 1 o'clock, I was like, should I just do it? Should I just go live? But I'm glad I didn't. I needed just a mental break. I think you guys can understand that, especially if you've been listening to any of my shows. I talk very much about the stress and anxiety that comes with this entire process. So yeah, I was just really needing a break, and I'm glad I took it. Here's a few things I'm working on lately. First of all, take this down. I'm trying to not think about just IVF and the fact that we're going through this cycle. I'm trying to focus on other things that will make our home a home and things that grow. So, 2 things that grow. One is dough. Dough grows when you let it rest. My friend Molly gave me a sourdough starter a couple weeks ago. Early April. Nope. Wow, it's not even April yet. Early March. Well, it wouldn't be a Lynn show if I didn't get at least a time or date wrong, right? And so Molly gave me a sourdough starter with some excellent instructions. My first loaf came out amazing. I don't know if you guys have made this before, but sourdough takes like an entire day if you're using it from a real sourdough starter. You have to get up early in the morning, feed it, let it rise for 8 hours, and then fold it on itself and then let it rise for another 2 hours. There's 10 hours total. And then you finally have to bake it for, I think it's about 35. It's less than an hour. But this is like an almost entirely 12-hour process, okay? By the time that you get everything mixed and kneaded and everything like that. So make sure that you start super early in the morning if you are a super sourdough person. The cool thing is I didn't know this, but sourdough's actually kind of naturally got less gluten than other breads because of the way that it has like, I don't know, the starter. I don't know if anyone knows the science. Please put it into the chat, because I actually don't know. I shouldn't have even brought this up because I'm not an expert on it. If you are out there, I would love to hear from you. Where are my comments today? Is nobody saying anything? Is it very quiet? I see mom and dad are here. That's all I've seen come through. But I see you guys watching me. All I get is a number. I don't see who it is. So please say hi. Don't be shy. If you're stalking me, it's okay. I stalk people too. It's natural and normal. If you've just got me on in the background, I get that too. So I do that as well. So no, I'm not trying to guilt you if you're not saying anything. Oh, hi Bert. Okay. Guys, can I figure this out real quick here? Where's my comments? This is what's going on. Now they're coming through. Okay, we'll cut this out later. It's one of those days today. Okay, you're probably going, all right, Lynn, what's the second thing that grows other than sourdough? And I will tell you guys, it is plants. We went a little crazy today this weekend we went over to the Home Depot and picked up a bunch of plants, indoor and outdoor. I'm super excited. There we go. Got my comments coming through. Now we are on fire. Let me do some quick hellos out there. So, hello, mom and dad. Thank you for watching. And my husband, Bert, thanks for watching, babe. I like this one. Long-time listener, first-time caller. That's a lie. You have called many times. And Lauren, thank you so much for saying hi. Always appreciate you. Lauren, I've been thinking a lot about you lately and how I desperately need this support group. And I'm like, I'm going to start like handpicking just one person at a time. Like, hey, you're going to be in my support group. We'll touch on that later. If you guys are watching, if you're on your own fertility journey, I'll make a quick plug here and then I'll chat a little bit more about it later. But Lauren is a licensed social worker and she is trying to put together a small group fertility support. And it's no more than 10 people and it's, led by a professional and it's going to be five weeks long, I believe. If you're interested in that, we would really like to welcome you to fill out it's a free form just to kind of we're trying to find the best time slot and everything. It's the first time we're doing it. So we're trying to get it all going and it takes a little bit of elbow grease, but we'll get there. I'm going to take this as a great spot to segue into yesterday. Yesterday was my baseline appointment for IVF. What that means is it's supposed to be like the beginning of the cycle, and they measure your uterine lining and do blood work, and they also measure check to see how many androls or follicles you have. So they're not follicles yet. They will become follicles when they get bigger, but until then they're considered androls. And I had 8 on it's 8 weeks. Sorry. Lauren corrected me on Facebook. It's an 8-week program. So two whole months of support. And if you're anything like me, you freaking need it. So yesterday had my baseline appointment and I'll get into those numbers later. The nurse, when I was there, she's like, hey, did you get those consent forms that I sent over? There are so many forms. It literally took me hours to read through all of this. And it wasn't until the very, very, very end of like literally over 50 pages of this was there a tiny little link for where to get support for all this. And mind you, there are pages where it tells you how stressful that this process is. And depression is a huge thing. And suicidal thoughts and all these things. They're warning you like this is common. This is normal. And this was a tiny little link at the bottom. If you'd like, to join a national support group, click here for more information. Like, this should be step 1. This should be at the consultation. Like, hi, I'm Dr. So-and-so. I'm going to help you get pregnant, but here's also this doctor or this group or this like website right here you need to go to in order to start the support process. This should be part of the treatment. Maybe this is what I should be advocating here. Like, guys, this is like a lonely process. It's why I started this whole channel, is so that I could help people feel less alone. But I am not a professional, and I am realizing we need professional help. I needed professional help before this whole process, but it is very much needed for the fertility journey. Even if you are completely normal and sound and mentally stable the rest of the time, this process, I promise, it will start to make you different. It will make you scared. It will make you question things. It will make you hormonally different. Yes. So, luckily we have Lauren, who we actually know, and she's amazing, and has gone through her own fertility journey, her own IVF cycles, and she is ready to lead a small group through a very structured and supportive journey around this for 2 months, 8 weeks. Okay. I'm going to get off my high horse now, because you guys have heard me vent about, everyone needs therapy in the past. I do have some comments coming in. Paul, you finally caught my live. Well, not finally, but welcome back to the live. I know you missed it last Friday and you were looking for it, so I'm glad you made it today, buddy. So glad to see you here. And Lauren, yes, what is normal anyway? Who knows? Yes, what is normal? Yeah. Yeah, Paul, no, that's what I'm saying. They don't even suggest therapists. They give you a link, and I didn't click on the link, but it's like some national program for fertility support that maybe, I don't know how it works, but yeah, no, they don't. They don't even do that, and I think that they should in the consultation when you first go in to meet with your doctor for reproductive. Even your gynecologist, if you go in and you're very first step, you're like, hey, I'm thinking about starting to have a kid. I think at that point, your gynecologist should be like, okay, this might be a tough journey, first of all, and second of all, if you don't have a therapist yet, get one. And even if you do have a therapist, you might want to switch over to make sure that it's fertility specialist. Okay. Fertility support specialist or group. So yeah, this might be my new charge in life, at least for the next 9 months while I'm still doing this. So yes, great. How are we all feeling so far? Good? Great. So thank you everybody for being here today. It is an important day for me to update what's going on in this cycle because my channel's content is about my fertility journey. So this is a big one for IVF because yesterday was the baseline. Now, I explained what that meant. They did my blood work and the ultrasound just like they did with IUI. If you didn't have all the other talks going on, you wouldn't have been able to tell the two appointments apart from each other. The difference medically is that I've been on birth control for almost 2 full weeks. So on cycle day 1, it wasn't, was it cycle day 1? No, it was not cycle day 1. My cycles have changed because at some point they said, start birth control. And I think that was maybe on cycle day 4 or 5. And I know that this probably doesn't matter to a lot of you guys listening, but the reason it kind of matters is the implication is that it messes with your cycles, right? We're medically changing the cycle. So I was on this birth control, and in my last week's live streams, I was explaining how I think it was making me crazy. Maybe that was 2 weeks ago. And I do think that it was definitely affecting me and my behavior a little bit. But I also think that that's a mixture. It's a whole emotional soup going on, just from stress and anxiety too. The 2 weeks, and then I stopped, and then my baseline appointment happened. So that's why I was saying in my title of today's live stream is cycle day 2.1, because after you stop taking birth control, guys, I don't know if you know this, but that's when your body kind of triggers into having a period. So it's not fair, but I'm getting period symptoms. I'm getting bloating. I'm getting a little kind of PMSy, if I'm being real honest, and it feels like and cramping. So I feel like I'm going to have my period soon, and it's very annoying. But yesterday they did the baseline. I'm on cycle day, probably I would call it 2.1. The antral count, and tell me if you've gone through IVF before, if you remember what your count was. They told me yesterday it's normal, what my results were. So my lining was 5.9 mm, and my antral count on the left was 4, and then the right was 8. So I have 12 total, and they said that there could be smaller ones that they didn't pick up on the ultrasound yesterday, that after I start all these injections, I will be seeing more. But right now, if everything grows normal, I would have 12. And supposedly that means I'm going to make 12 eggs. Normally, a woman produces 1 egg per cycle. Okay, lots of science here. So the thing is, they were supposed to call yesterday, and they didn't. Like, I don't know what happened. I don't know if they're like, because I know I'm not supposed to start the injections till Friday. Maybe it just takes like an extra day for them to like figure out what's going on. So I'm waiting for that call. If it comes during the live, I might have to take it while I'm live. That's happened only once before. What a treat. Okay, can I tell you guys about my plants? How many of you guys watching like taking care of plants, either in the garden or indoors? Or have a house plant? You can even tell me if you have a house plant that's like a cactus that you never water and somehow it's still alive. I would love to hear what you guys are growing. And while you guys are typing those in, I'm going to show you what I did, okay? Okay, great. Okay. So, last year during the pandemic, there was the Durachu. I think I'm saying that right. It was a very heavy wind storm that came through Chicago and several other areas, and it knocked a lot of things over. My friend was growing this really big cactus, a prickly pear, and when it got knocked over, parts of the branches fell off, and she had put on Facebook, hey, does anybody want these broken off pieces? And I took them, stuck them in dirt, and guess what? They all popped up little babies on top of them. So I recently cut off all those little babies and then repurposed them with some friends. Okay, are you ready for this? So these are the ones that I cut off right here. If I touch them, I'm not going to touch them because they have teeny tiny little hairs on them. I mean, I know you can see the spikes sticking out of them, but the teeny tiny hairs are like microscopic and will get under your skin, and then it'll hurt for days, and it sucks. But yeah, these are the 4 little buddies that I cut off of the ones that grew last year. And then these were also in front here. Those were also part of a larger plant that a friend gave me. And it was getting really leggy. And so I decided to just chop it up and see if I put some rooting agent on it and stuck it in the dirt, if it would grow. And then this in the back is also from a friend. You guys see a theme in this little box here? It's all from friends. It was a jade plant that you can actually see in the background. Back here. Whoop, if I go like this, yep, there, it's clear. And that guy's kind of a monster, so I cut off an arm of it and put in some rooting agent. Actually, I let it dry for a couple of days. You're supposed to let it callus a little. Put rooting agent on it and then talk to it while I planted it in, and seems to be standing up all right. So I think it's gonna, all of this hopefully will grow and fill out this planter a little bit more. So look at that. And I did another one similar to this too. But it was too big to hold up to the camera. It's in the other room. Okay, let's see how you guys are doing. Lauren, only fake plants here. Hi, Lauren. Thanks for joining us today. Awesome. I get that. I have a few fake plants in the kitchen just to add some greenery and stuff, but for some reason I'm not good at watering plants in the kitchen, even though it's the closest location to the water source. I don't know what it is. My friend Molly gave me some aloe in jars in dirt, and it was watered when she handed it. Same person that gave me the sourdough starter that I was talking about earlier on the show. And I literally just put them up on the cabinets and have not watered them since she gave it to us 2 years, a year and a half ago at least, and they're still alive. So those are the ones I actually added to some of the other planters. We'll see if actually watering them and putting them in dirt will make them grow and flourish. Ooh, nice. Elliot has, I kept a fig and a cactus alive for 3 months. I'm not laughing at you. Are you overwatering it, Elliot? I think that's the number one thing about cacti, overwatering. If you don't water it at all, I don't think you can kill it in 3 months. Oh my gosh. It's okay. I can't for the life of me keep ivy alive. Maybe it's just the wrong kind of plant. Maybe we need to get you something like a spider plant. Those are really easy to keep alive. Oh, a mint plant that you use for Moscow mules. Yes, absolutely, Paul. I do have mint for the same reason, actually, because I like to be able to just pluck it off and put it into not just alcoholic drinks, but also water. I kind of like a minty, flavor to my water. Sometimes, not usually, not like every day. I'm not like that every day, but yeah, no, growing herbs, love it. I also recommend basil is very handy. Rosemary is very nice to smell. Thyme, oregano, and sage is a lot of fun too. I just like go into my garden sometimes, just bury my face in and inhale. It's very nice. Oh, I see, Elliot. They're still going now. Okay. I thought you were saying that you only kept him alive for 3 months. It's still going. I am very relieved to hear that. Okay. Great job, bud. Excellent. Maybe our cacti can hang out sometime, have a little play date. All right. Okay, so my parents have been gardening for my entire life. Like when I was a tiny little kid, I remember going into the garden and watching the strawberries and cucumbers and tomatoes grow. And they're still doing that. So they started tomatoes, cucumbers from seed, plus a bunch of flower seeds. Yeah. So I think that's what I'm going to do Friday. We'll see. Very soon, I'm going to be starting some things indoors. What I learned from my garden last year is that some things don't want to be started indoors. And while they will grow indoors, once you try to transplant them, they get very depressed about it. And they're like, no, this is not my home. I want to be up in the warm attic where you grew me to start. And then it doesn't work out. So what I've learned is like beans, for example, like to be planted directly into the dirt. And I think peppers too. Peppers can be transplanted, but I had a lot better luck. No, I'm not going to talk about the peppers. I did not have good luck with my peppers last year. Yeah, carrots directly are another one. Guys, thanks. What'd you think of my planter? Pretty good? So-so? The idea of a plant play date that made your day. You can use that, Paul. If you want to make a bit around it, it's all yours. You don't even have to give me any credit. It's fine. But yeah, I think, I talk to my plants. And I do think that that's why some of the plants in my house and around my house flourish is because of my tone of voice with them. I'm like, hey guys, this is your new home. These are your new friends. Let me introduce you. Let me know if you, encounter any strange animals, if you want to talk about it, because you're safe. I'm not going to put you in a place where you're in danger. Now that's not always true because I do have 2 cats that like to poop in the garden, and cat poop is not good for plants. So I want to assure you and the plants that Bert and I are taking extra measures to try and protect the plants this year. It is very difficult to keep a cat out of a garden if they are determined to poop in there. Just putting it out there. Ooh. Oh, guys, it's them. It's them. I'm going to do this live, okay? Hello, this is Lynn.
Hey, Lynn, it's Christine with Dr. Irani's office. How are you?
Hi, Christine. I'm good.
Good. Dr. Irani reviewed your labs. Do you have a second for I give you your medication instructions?
Yes, I do. I have my sheet here.
You have your sheet ready?
Yes.
Perfect. And you have the gonal F or the follistin?
Gonal F.
Gonal F, okay. All right, hold on 1 second.
Okay.
All right, so your medications are going to start Friday the 2nd.
Okay.
In the morning medications, we're going to do between 6 and 8 a.m. And then nighttime meds, you'll do between 6 and 8 p.m.
Okay.
Okay. So you're going to be taking 450 a day, but in divided doses. So you're going to do 225 in the morning.
Okay.
And then you'll do 225 at night.
Okay.
And then you're also going to start the low-dose HCG on Friday. You're going to do 5 units at nighttime only.
Okay, got it.
Okay, and you're going to do that Friday, and you're going to do it Saturday the 3rd and Sunday the 4th. You're going to do the exact same instructions.
Okay.
And then Monday the 5th, you'll do 225 in the morning, and then we're going to bring you back in that morning for blood and ultrasound.
Okay.
Is there a good time for you that day?
What's the range of times?
I can do anywhere from 6:40 to 9:30.
Great. I'm going to need to do a later one, probably. Can I take 9 o'clock?
9 o'clock? Yeah.
Awesome.
Perfect. I'll put you there. Do you have any questions?
Nope.
Okay, awesome. And you already started taking baby aspirin?
No, I did not.
Okay. Go ahead and start taking that today then. That's fine. Usually we either have you start it when you start meds or before, but you can start it today.
Okay.
You'll just want to take 81 milligrams a day. So if you go to the store, usually the Bayer one, I think, is what people usually get. And you'll just take 1 pill a day.
Did you say Bayer 1?
Yeah, it's like I think it's Bayer, and they're 81 milligram tablets.
81. Okay, Bayer. I got it.
Yeah.
I got you. Okay. Yep. And that's every day,
Awesome.
once
You
a
were
day.
all set?
Does it matter when for the baby aspirin?
No, it doesn't matter when. Whenever is a good time for you.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay, awesome.
Do you have any questions?
No, I don't think so. I think I'm all set. I'll see you on Monday.
Awesome. Sounds good. Have a good rest of your week.
Okay, you too. Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye. Oh, thanks, guys, for bearing with me there. At least I gave you a heads up that might be happening. Okay, are we all back? Are we back? Everyone here's? Let me know if you're still here in the chat. Okay. I know, Elliot. I see your comment. She's okay. They're actually all aware that I have a YouTube channel, so. Cool. Yes. Great. Okay, we were talking about sorry for the distraction, but hey, now you get a real life peek into this journey and how it works. So those injections she's talking about, I got the med teach on them last week. She had me come in and learn how to actually inject them and where to inject them. She showed me which needles to use and everything like that. We're okay. Injections are going to be fine. So exciting. So exciting. So exciting from the outside. All right. Cool. So we were talking about plants before we were politely interrupted. Awesome, Mom. I would love your extras, and I will try not to kill them. I did buy 3 tomato plants. One is a baby plant, or baby tomatoes, small tomatoes. One is Roma, so that we can make sauce, and then the other one is like more of a beef steak. I think it might be a hybrid or something though, but it's one of the, won all these tomato awards, So yeah. Oh, and our hot peppers did well last year. Bert is reminding me. Yeah, our hot peppers did do very well. Those were nice for salsas and just, whatever. And they're so pretty. Like, if you're going to do one thing, hot peppers don't take up a lot of room. You can put them in, like, one of those long planters, like on your front porch or something. And they come in all sorts of colors. So hot peppers are the way to go if you just want. What is that? What is this elbow cough? Spark, is that your way of saying hello, that you're there? What did I miss? I'm not sure what you're reacting to. Okay. And yeah, so just to put that up there. Yeah, Elliot was suggesting that I let her know that this is being recorded. Christine was actually, or that nurse was there. I recorded my last visit with her as well, so they all are aware. And plus, with my viewership of, what are we at here? 11 people. I think it's okay too. Oh, good. Oh, I see. Nice. Oh, yes. Okay. So many great things here. This is a segue. I love it when everybody's chatting with me. Okay. So Savita got some hot peppers from her bingo win last year, because Bert and I run virtual bingo for our friends and family. And because our friend had given us so many of these pepper plants, like her boyfriend. Oh no. Okay. Hello, this is Lynn.
Hey, Lynn, it's Christine again. Sorry to bother you.
No problem.
I forgot to ask, did you guys make a decision on if you want to do PGS testing?
So we didn't want to.
Didn't want to. Okay, perfect. I just wanted to double check.
Okay. We would like to do a fresh transfer, but would we have to decide right now if we want to do PGS testing for the other embryos that we don't use?
Remaining?
Yeah.
Technically, yeah, because I had to send an order for it to Cooper Genomics, so they have it in time.
Okay. And I don't think I saw the price sheet on that. Do you know what that is?
For the PGS testing, it is $5,000, and then each embryo we send off is $300 for the lab.
Okay. And then if there are no embryos to send off, we don't get charged, right?
Correct. Yes.
Okay. Can I just double check with my husband, then give you a call back in a little while?
Yeah, of course. I'm leaving at 3 today, so if you don't catch me, you can just email me.
Okay.
Or call tomorrow.
Okay, cool. Or I can just email
Okay.
you if that's the easiest way. Either way.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. All right. Thanks, Christine.
Awesome. No problem. Have a good one.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Just a little bit of money. Okay, PGS testing, for those of you guys that are wondering, is that they can send a small, tiny little sample of the embryo before it's implanted. So they take the eggs out of me, they mix it in a dish with Bert's sperm, or in our case, we're doing ICSI, so they're going to inject a single healthy-looking sperm into the egg. If it becomes if it works and it becomes a healthy, I don't think it's considered an embryo at that point. It would be like a blastocyst, or there's different gradings for them depending on how far along they get. If it's healthy, they can send it off to see if it's got the right number of chromosomes. Basically, it can have extra or be missing chromosomes, and those would be ones that they wouldn't want to implant. But Bert and I are going to do a fresh transfer, which means it's not going to be tested before we do it, but we could send the remaining, if there are any embryos, off to be tested so that if we have to do another transfer, we could use the healthiest of the bunch. By being, now if you've done IVF, let me know if you did the PGS testing. It's also called PGT. I don't know that I want to do it. I mean, it would be nice, but you can also know the gender before you put it in, which here's what I wanted to dive into today, guys, and why I'm starting to get a little really nervous about everything. And thank you also for hanging in here with me as I've taken 2 phone calls in my live stream. I've been having these thoughts how it's not natural. This is not a surprise to me. Even IUIs is not natural. But I don't know why it's been weighing on me a little bit this week. Maybe because if it's all the information I had to read through, and how I think there was a comment last week. I was wondering why insurance doesn't cover it in some states. And Lauren had brought up, the fact that it's elective. It's not something that's necessary. Having children is a choice in our case, hopefully a choice, a choice that we're trying for. But if we were going all natural, the signs would be, hey, we've either missed our window or we were just not meant to have kids. So I'm starting to have and I'm not a religious person, so I don't have any of these spiritual things holding me back from needing this to be all God's will and everything. But it's I look for signs in things. When we were house hunting, I don't know, or or when I'm making big decisions, I look for signs this is the right one. When we got our last apartment, this is a true story. The guy that we rented from owned the apartment, and when Bert had reached out to schedule a viewing of it, the guy responded and he goes, "Hey, I see that you're responding from where Bert was working from, his company email address." And he goes, "I'm going to be there later today shooting a video," because he's a videographer. How crazy is that, right? And so when we went and saw the apartment, it felt right. And this guy, same day type of thing with Bert, it was just yeah, that's a clear sign, this is the apartment for us. I know I'm kind of crazy, but going through IVF, all of this stuff and all these questions and everything, it's hard to see those clear signs right now. Hey, IVF is definitely for you guys. You were made for IVF. This is exciting. I'm looking for these signs, and it's very tough. I would love any sort of hey, Lynn, here's your sign, even if it's coming from you guys. That's fine. But that's what I'm dealing with in my head. I don't know, it's not feeling, it's feeling a little forced, or a little we agreed to do this a while ago. It's we agreed to get an apartment. I'm trying to draw on a comparison here. And we went and saw an apartment and we just took it, I don't know, when we agreed to have kids, I don't know. Maybe this is our apartment. Maybe IVF is the right apartment and it is the sign. I don't know. Help me out here, guys. Do you see what I'm going through? This mental torture I'm putting myself through lately? I don't know. Did I lose you guys? Are you still out there? Can someone drop a note and just say, hey, Lynn, you got this, or I'm still here, or Lynn, you've gone off your rocker. Anything you've got for me, I'll take it at this point. Yeah, it's again noisy in my head, and it's hard emotionally. I've taken a huge step back from social media because I swear I counted the other day. I went onto Facebook, and 7 out of the 10 first things on my feed were a baby. Either pregnancy announcement, first birthday, birth announcement, bridal baby shower. It was 7 out of 10. I was like, I am done with this. I am not subjecting myself to this anymore. I am taking a week off of social media, and I've actually done pretty good. Okay, thank you guys for... Oh, Allison, thank you so much. I think it is a sign that you are here on this channel to help others through similar journeys. You would see it this way. You're such a wonderful person, Allison. It's very odd to call you Allison, by the way. I'm going to just call you what I call you, which is Gator. Okay, not many can say that they've done this journey online and been so vulnerable. True. That's fact. Most of the other channels you'll find on fertility are from doctors or people telling you what supplements to take. So, Gator, thank you. If my purpose is for anything, it's to put it out there to help other people on theirs. So, thank you. That does make me feel like 50 times better. Elliot, great question. Will any of these questions or emotions matter once you guys get pregnant? This is great. Yes. This was on my meditation sleep story last night, I think. Where did I see this? But someone posed a question very similar. It's like all this worry and stress. Once you actually get there, will all that worry and stress matter? You're absolutely 100%, a million times right, Elliot. Absolutely. Good job putting that out there. Awesome. Gator hugs. Thank you. Love that. It's not hard to put this together. Her name's Allison. We had 2 Allisons on our soccer team. She needed a nickname. We called her Alligator. Got shortened to Gator. It's stuck. For how long now? 15 years? Something like that? Savita is also saying, great question, Elliot. And that's the thing. Yeah, these questions are not... That question that Elliot is posing is not specific to fertility, right? That is anything that you're going through right now. All the stress and worry that you're putting yourself through. Is it worth it? Once you get to the other side, right? If you know you're going to get to the other side, why are we worrying so much? I don't know. I can't answer that either, but it should be a sign that we stop worrying so much. I think you're going on the right path. I have faith you will make the right decision. Well, the decision's been made. We are not backing out of IVF at this point. As far as the PGS testing and stuff, I don't know that we need that. I don't know. I wish we didn't have to decide right now. $5,000 is a lot. And I do not want to be faced with the decision to choose the gender. I've spent a lot of time thinking about this. Would you want a boy or a girl? I don't know. So I don't want to be faced with that decision. That question alone probably would kill me. I'd be like, I don't know, flip a coin. I don't know. Yeah, since 2005. I think that, yeah, wow, 16 years. That's a long friendship. Lots of ups and downs in that friendship, but I'm really glad that we're still connected. Okay, wow, guys. So this has been my mental battle lately. My cat is sticking his paw underneath the door and meowing because he can't come into the studio today. No cat butts today. Last thing I want to share. Yes, okay, yeah. It's the not knowing that is the absolute worst, especially for type A folks. Yes, and this is why I put together the IUI video that I did in such detail, because I've talked to people that are like, I need to know everything about the cycle I'm about to go through before I start it. But if you were watching any of the stuff that I've been doing, I'm just like, where do I go? What do I show up to next? That's it. I feel like I am at the other end of the spectrum where I don't know enough about what I'm doing. I I'm focusing on the wrong areas, I think. I spend so much time stressing out about, am I eating the right foods? Am I allowed to drink coffee or not? And I keep hearing, yes, it's okay. And then you go into these groups and they're like, no coffee, no caffeine, no alcohol. And then you hear other people are like, dude, you need to relax. And if having a glass of wine means you're going to relax, then you need to have that glass of wine. It is really tough. It's really tough knowing, like, what's right. Is it okay to have gluten? I don't know. They say no. And then other people are like, yeah, it's fine. Oh, God, no. This was a big thing on the forums yesterday. You had to read about the risks of twins. And not just the risk of, like, having 2 of your embryos implant, but the additional risks that your pregnancy will have because you have two in there instead of 1. I am in an age bracket where I'm right on the cusp of whether they would put in 1 or 2, because 2 would give me a better chance of having 1, but there is a chance that they would both implant. As badly as I want to, like, give myself every chance of getting pregnant, I also really, really don't want twins. This has come up, I swear, in like every other one of my streams. Bert is fine with the twins. Yeah, no, I really don't want them. I don't want them, especially after reading all the dangers of having twins yesterday. Not gonna happen. No, Bert. He's just cheering for his baseball team, guys. He doesn't actually want twins. Freaking Minnesota. Okay, I have chatted a lot today. I guess the last thing I wanted to share, I mentioned that I was working on my home a little bit. We also went to not only Home Depot to pick up a bunch of plants. We went to Walmart, by the way, and got planters. And on the shelf, it said $30 for this one planter that I thought was gorgeous. And guess what, guys? It was only $15. It's a win. Celebrating the win. #win. We also went to IKEA because we wanted to get more plants, and IKEA usually has plants. We also wanted a rug. I don't know if they moved the plants, but I couldn't find them. They were not where they've been for years, and I was really bummed out about it. We did, however, get a rug, and it really pulled the room together. We also got some curtains and hung those up. Like, our room is transformed in the living room, which is really just our second studio where we do bingo and workouts and stuff. But our home's coming together. We've got these plants I'm going to put all over the house, and it's just starting to feel a lot more like home, which I talked about a couple times, over the past couple weeks. So I'm taking care, guys. I'm trying to do the things that'll keep my mind off of all the stress of this IVF. And as you heard, I'm going to be starting these injections on Friday, and I'm sure I'll have a good update for you then. Yep, Sabina knows all about the #wins. We do that in our little fitness accountability group, Emo Fitness, which, by the way, if anybody wants some motivation for April, we are doing our 4-week challenge starting next Monday. It is only $20 to join. We give you fitness, nutrition, and personal guidelines for meeting your personal goals. And it's just a really wonderful accountability group. If you're interested in that, let me know. And then kind of coming full circle, if you are interested or know someone that might be interested in joining a fertility support group, no matter if they're just trying naturally on IUI or IVF or just starting or been on it for a while, if you know someone that could use some support for a few weeks in order to kind of help get, emotionally stable and just get some support around it from people outside of their friends and family, send them my way too. We'll get them into this group led by Lauren, who's a certified social worker and is going to do a great job running this group. That's my live stream for today, guys. All this, and on Friday I have my very first ever in my entire life acupuncture appointment set up. I'm excited. I've already asked if I can record some of that for my channel, and they said yes. So I'll be sharing that. I think I owe you guys a little edited video. I'll probably put together a tiny little something, I don't know when, maybe next week, post that up on the channel. But I know you guys come here for the lives and to hang out. So thank you so much for watching. I know it was a long one and with some interruptions, but thank you for watching. I appreciate you. Be well, everybody. Thank you so much. I'll see you later. Bye.
Maybe I can see what was broken. Ooh, but
This is where I should have made credits rolling right here.
yeah, it's
Gator, my husband, Elliot, Paul, Lauren, Savita, Mother Lord. Thank you so much, guys. I'll see you later. Bye.